Hey guys, it's Viewmasters Reactions, and we're back with Campaign 2, Episode 73, Mighty Nine time on YouTube. We have Uthodurn. We have about 20 minutes left. Great Patreon Hour exclusive. We had Jester destroy both beasties. There is a mama or daddy version. I don't know if we got the names of them. I don't even think we got what they were called specifically, but they're these giant centipede-like buggies. One way bigger than the other, even though the tinier of the two is still quite large. We had Bo go unconscious. It ate Bo. It went underground. Well, when I say ate, Bo was hanging out of its mouth, but unconscious. Went underground. Ford whips its leg. Almost gets taken down. Caleb does cat's claw, grabs Ford's leg, managed to roll good enough where we pull Bo back out, defeat the creature, get Bo out, heal Bo, then Jester and others, we all did our thing. We killed the other beastie. Right now, Caduceus is in the mouth of the bigger one. Ford went in about 10 feet to pull Caduceus out, took 26 acid damage. Ford is very close to death. Ford did a very solid job. Considering that Ford no longer has abilities and that Ford wasn't doing much damage, Ford ripped his body apart, took like 30 hit points of damage just restraining this beast with the whip and holding on for dear life, and rolled great and did his job. Caduceus healed himself. I have to assume that the reason Caduceus did cure wounds when he knows he is so close to being pulled out is because he is so close to death that he doesn't want to go unconscious. Even though if he goes unconscious, we could just as easily pull him out and fix him. I think he wants to, take precautions. Like, I'm going to cure wounds so that way when I take acid damage, if I do, when you yank me out, I'll still live. I feel like he's got to be below 20 hit points. Bo is still at 2 hit points. Bo went back to 25. We revived her. And then she went pop, pop, took 23 damage, went all the way back down to 2 again. So this thing's biggest asset was every time we attacked it, it would inflict almost equivalent damage. We do 20 damage, it does almost 20 back. We do 30 damage, almost 30 back. Then when it strikes us, it does about 40 or 50 damage and then also does another 10 or 20 fire damage on top of that. It was taking us out almost in 2 bites each. And it was doing a good job. And then once it does that, it grapples you and tries to eat you and dive underground. Very awesome foe, but in the end, we have conquered it. Let's jump in. We'll talk more at the end. Right now, we're pulling out Caduceus. Caduceus said he was making himself tiny so we could pass a Caduceus. I rewound it about 5 seconds. Let's see what we got. You guys want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see these in full unedited, the Patreon Hour exclusive for every episode. Vox Machina Season 1 and 2, Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Cobra Kai, Person of Interest, hundreds of movies and shows. We're starting Justified this week and ending Always Sunny Season 16. Check it out in the description. Patreon link full unedited. If not, Campaign 2, Episode 73, Mighty Nine time. And we're live in Indianapolis, in case you didn't see any of the other videos.
I'm not claustrophobic.
Pass a Caduceus.
I'm cool with this.
All right. Not claustrophobic.
Caleb,
I'm assuming he is.
I see this predicament in front of me and say, oh my God, Ford like a sword and not by Ford. And the cat claw will move forward and slide 1 or 2 claws into the mouth of this thing, into the mandible, and rip away the bottom jaw and hopefully just tear down the front of its body and
beautifully
open it up.
done. That is like gross but awesome. The worst rectal exam ever. Disgusting.
Just go ahead and roll damage.
We're going to have the cat's ire rip the jaw all the way down and off, so we just expose our friends.
Rip open that muscular tunnel.
Rip open that muscular
do some
tunnel.
good damage to that muscular tunnel.
Yeah. God, Laura.
What did you mean?
Yeah, Laura, that's some gross sensual talk there.
We're talking
Into that. That is 20 points of rectal damage.
20 points of rectal damage.
Its jaw tears apart, the inside of it kind of burning away, the bits of gore slopping into the snow and sizzling and hissing as it begins to melt away into steam. You do see Ford's lower half begin to emerge from it, and you now find your feet actually getting some purchase on the ground.
All right, so Ford's feet are on the ground. We've ripped the jaw at least.
I'm holding my ground and waiting.
You got it. Not, you're up.
Oh,
anything?
So didn't quite get to Caduceus, but we got.
See a foot?
I think Matt said he was 10 feet in.
The lower half of Ford now pulling its way.
So the lower half of Ford has
of
been
what its head once were.
revealed from the jaw.
Grab that boot and I'll pull.
All right, go ahead and make an athletics check.
All right, so now we're grabbing Ford's lower half and yanking him out.
11.
11.
Strange, I seem to do better than that.
Oh, now Ford is even mocking not.
I will push it deeper into the...
Push it deeper into the throat.
All right, so Ford, you get a couple inches out, and then about another couple inches get shoved back into the wound.
What are you doing? Pull!
I don't know how to do this.
We get a couple inches out. It didn't even really matter. We
I'll
get
just
in
spend
and
the
out.
rest of my turn drinking.
Okay.
Not continues to
Your head's in
drink.
an esophagus.
All right. Caduceus, at the top of what would be the corpse's turn, you take another 21 points of acid damage.
Cool. I ain't bothered.
All right, Caduceus, I bet you because Caduceus healed wounds were
fine.
good.
All right.
I'm fine, he
Jester, your
said.
turn.
I bet you, I'm curious what his health
Make an
is right now.
athletics
check.
If it's
Well,
anything less than 15,
Has advantage because I'm really like high on my kills.
then he probably would have died.
Nah.
That's okay, I didn't need it. There's a 20.
20.
As a nod and Ford are struggling, Jester waltzes up and grabs the back of Ford's pants and just one big yanks both him and Caduceus out like some extremely aggressive birth.
Done. Extremely aggressive birth.
Call the midwife.
Called the midnight.
Anyone down? Is there anyone down? I'm just sitting up. Anybody down?
You see Bo is passed out in the snow.
But
I
she's
immediately
got
am
two.
going to cast. Oh
She's
God.
not out, but she's
spare the dying
well,
on
she's
her.
kind of passed out. Well, she said she was passed out.
She's not dying.
Are you sure? She looks
not
bad.
dying.
Kind of bad.
She's just being dramatic.
She's
Yeah.
being
yourself.
dramatic. She's got 2 hit points.
You were inside the throat of that creature. Are you all right?
Yeah. No, I'm all right.
Caduceus is in a state of shock, I think.
You were incredible.
Ford, you were incredible. Look at this. Compliments. Honestly, though, I agree. Ford was great. Ford tore his arms up.
You were
holding
pulling that
on.
load with such torque. It was amazing. You had like 4 on the floor, and you were just. It wasn't. You are stronger now
You were a stronger now.
than you've ever been before. If I weren't married,
If I weren't married, I love it. Compliments all around by Sam. If I weren't married, I would consider.
and also if you had bull legs and a human torso.
While this conversation is going on, the cat claw sort of disdainfully picks up the insect and drops it in the hole and just goes wham, wham, wham.
Smashes it in the hole.
His body kind of awkwardly stuffed into the remnants of its hole.
The cat's claw just smashed the bug into its hole.
We need to heal.
Yeah. I'm
Go
gonna
to your
sit down
hole.
and start a prayer.
You're too good for your hole.
Also,
We should take maybe like a short rest.
Long rest, at least, yes.
Yeah, I would say take some
At
rest.
least a short.
We hiked for an hour.
We hiked 1 hour and we're.
This was a few
long
hours
rest.
into your day. Like I'd say you got about maybe, say, half a day's travel.
Short rest. Let's take an hour and just sit.
I mean,
for
that was
maybe
a hell of a battle. I wouldn't blame him for resting up.
I mean,
There's
yeah.
no shame in resting
Short
up
rest?
at
Long
this
rest?
point.
I don't. Well.
I'm still unconscious.
Do your thing, and then we'll
Bo,
see where we're
Bo
at.
isn't
Okay,
actually
I'm going to take
unconscious,
10
is
minutes
she?
to just do
I thought she had
a prayer of
I mean, I
healing
think she's
at,
just being
level
silly.
3.
Because she had 2 hit points.
We're burning through them today.
She's confusing me.
And so that's where's my other D8? There we go.
Sucked.
That's okay. Everybody gets 19 points back just off
Not
the.
bad.
Awesome. Pretty damn good. 19 back. Everybody. I feel like
feeling pretty
not-
rough.
We could make it. We
and
could probably
Caleb are
make
at
it.
full health.
Sure.
We just run into another one of those worms. We all die immediately. No
wait,
big deal.
For just a moment,
If we ran into a
moving through the
couple of those
trees.
worms,
It
the,
came from
the big
underneath
daddy,
the ground.
mommy worms,
Is there any reason
be
that
in
we should
trouble.
move up to the side of the mountain and take the mountainside around?
That's not a bad idea, actually.
That's where the watchtower is, right?
It's closer to it. We'd be out in the open, but I feel like those things could feel where we were coming from.
That's really pretty smart, actually, I think. I don't know.
Sounds
You know,
almost
he
shocked.
sounds smarter now, too.
He's smarter and stronger. His voice gives him a more
It's weird.
charming
Everything
sound.
you say, just say biscuit.
Biscuit.
It's amazing. Sounds I
suddenly
want one
biscuits
now.
Now I want a biscuit. I never wanted a
So
biscuit, but
the
now you make it
mountainside,
sound
is it worth
amazing.
it? Oh, do we keep going this way?
I don't think we can survive another one of those without a long rest, so.
I don't either.
Yeah, I wouldn't do anything too crazy without a long rest.
Hello?
Did you die too? Who all died? Raise their hand.
So many died,
Someone
yes, so many.
Everybody did, Bo.
Yep.
You were not
Everybody
alone.
died.
Caduceus saved us all, thank God.
If we take a short rest, we can heal up.
Okay, we can short rest it.
Just an hour?
Yeah.
Heal up some of
Yeah,
those,
I'm great. I'm good. We can go right now if
long as-
we really wanted to.
You have about 3 more hours of daylight, essentially, to travel.
Yeah, see, the problem is if
We
we
could-
take
we
a
could
rest,
take the
we
mountain
might as
for
well
2
just...
more hours and set up camp, and if we see anything.
Yeah, the
if we
problem is
just
if we quit now, we might as well just call it a night.
Yeah.
Or travel at
pull
night.
another 10 minutes to heal. Do you have a mass or?
Oh,
Caleb
you know, I
steps
usually
aside
prepare
to
those
not.
things.
Were you hurt much?
Was I hurt much?
Yeah.
Caleb
No, I'm
steps
okay.
aside to nod.
I'm all right. I'm fine. Are you all right?
Not a scratch.
Not a scratch. Yeah, Caleb, I don't think not a scratch. I think Caleb and Not succeeded in, yeah, I think they're doing a little celebration over here. Pretty
I'm
funny.
gonna make a note of that.
I'm going to make a note of that. Yeah, see?
Give me
Get a
one
little
game.
silly, a little cocky.
I mean, I can cast Pass Without a Trace on us and try to be a little more stealthy, you know? So maybe we can make less of a rumble as we walk across the grounds and stuff.
It's a great idea, yes.
Okay.
There's
I'll
also
do that. I don't have any healing spells other than Cure Wounds, though.
I actually I cast Mass Cure Wounds, so that was a lot faster anyway.
Yeah, you do know that Cure Wounds is like the healing spell, more or less.
I brought her back. She died. I brought her back. Did you see that?
No.
Why is her hand like right in it?
I did it.
I
I also
do.
killed those fucking things, but no big deal.
I also killed those things, but no big deal. Get a little cocky over here. Fair point, but she did. I mean, it is the
like
truth.
it'll tap out my spells, but I can do another, not entirely, but it'll, I can.
No, save them. Pass without a trace. Seems like a great idea.
Sure.
Should you pass without a tracing?
All right.
All right.
Pass
so
without a
2
trace.
more hours
Save
of
your
travel lasts for
spells.
an hour. How many times can you cast it?
I can cast it 3 times.
Well, then I'll allow a single stealth check from all of you guys, with not with advantage, with the bonuses of that.
Okay.
All right.
So I cast
Stealth
it 3
checks
times.
for 3
So you
hours
cast
to
3
pass
times for
without a
3
trace.
hours. So all
That's
of you go ahead and make
awesome.
yourself
If
check,
we
and this
could
will be
manage
for all
this,
3 hours as opposed to making it separately.
we'll have made
If I
3
roll,
hours travel
Like
with
just
no
hypothetical.
problem.
Oh no!
If you roll a 1, do you still get to add the plus 10, or do you still fail?
It's still a natural 1,
I rolled a natural 1.
but it's an 11 and a natural 1.
Do I get to add my stealth too?
Yeah, add your stealth too.
You didn't roll.
No, you
Wait,
don't,
it's
you
not
don't,
an
no one's
advantage.
rolling at advantage unless you have something that allows you to. Everyone gets a plus 10 because of the spell. Yes.
So 20. Because my
20
stealth is plus
with a
9.
natural 1. Good to know. All right,
20
Caleb.
with a natural 1. Good to know. So it's still a natural 1. A natural
17.
1 for her is a
17.
20.
27.
That's
27.
insane.
29.
She gets
29?
plus 9
24?
and plus
24.
10 for pass
Natural
without a
20,
trace.
so
That was like 20.
43.
Natural 20. 43. One of, if not the highest I could recall. 40s, you don't often see
28.
in
I
the
was wrong.
All right,
28.
as you guys are carefully making your way around the side of the mountain, Bo is about to step on what looks to be a pile of dry rotted sticks.
Does
And
not
right as she goes to
save her.
step, Not is so stealthy. Not swoops in, grabs the bottom of her foot, and adjusts it off of it and manages to make up for it. You guys manage to move forward.
So
unnoticed.
Knott's natural 20, adding up to a 43. Saves the day. Not to mention, Bo
okay?
is
I got you, boo.
natural
She doesn't
one.
die every
Still
day,
was a
you know.
20.
That's true, yes.
Watch
That's
out for
pretty
this.
You didn't
impressive in
die,
itself.
die, Bo.
That
You
a
just
natural
went
one can turn into a 20,
Yeah.
but that Knots is a
As
20.
you guys continue on for the next 3 hours,
To a
undetected,
43.
without issue, you eventually
more
watch
impressive.
as the
Double
light in the
impressive,
sky grows
most
darker and darker,
impressive.
forcing you to make camp. Are you making it on the mountainside or the forest side?
And we
or
were
right on the tree
able to
line?
go 3 hours further.
I would vote tree line, but
Take a full rest,
I'll go with
and
Ford.
no damage
He's been
done.
very lucky today.
Trace.
Can you make your thingy,
pass without a
Caleb?
trace.
Can, but you're not
Amazing.
worried in the tree line about things coming up from beneath?
I thought it was no. Oh, fucking nope.
Mountain.
No, but I could
I feel like
have
we're
it match the
very
color
near.
of the mountainside.
Yeah, we're
We could
like
find
less than 5
a
minutes.
rock to sleep on, a rock or like a big boulder or something. or,
Mountains, kind of.
Oh, the mountain, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking mountain.
Well, we should check
Look
the
at
mountain to make
Caduceus,
sure it's
I love it.
actually rock or
Or
granite and not
Tal'dorei.
like soil or something that could be burrowed through.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Who's checking for that?
I will poke the mountain.
Make
I will poke
make a
the
nature
mountain.
check for me.
9.
Lot of
Not eventually
nines.
finds looks to be a nice solid patch of stone.
Of stone.
I think. At least 2 inches down, yeah. I just probed 2 inches down.
What did you use?
My finger.
2 inches down, used my finger.
Caduceus, you are used to living out of doors. Is this the best spot? What do you think?
I mean,
Seems confident.
Yeah.
What if we climb up?
I don't
What if
know.
we climb up and we sleep in the trees?
You're asking a guy, what's your professional
That way we're
opinion?
not on the ground.
And he
The
goes,
one won't be able
hold
to
up,
hear
let
us
me
rumble.
see
The dome
something
can't
here.
protect us in the trees.
I don't know, he
Yeah,
doesn't
but
look too
the
confident.
trees
I
can
agree.
protect us in the trees.
These sort of trees, what's the lowest hanging branch? How high?
As the pine trees, they actually start at about some of them like 5-6 feet, and then higher from there. Like the actual, depending on the size of the tree line they're a little smaller. So yeah, around like 4 to 5 feet they begin.
I mean, we could.
Okay, new pitch. Can you take your dome and put it upside down, and we hang it in the tree, and then we all just cradle together in the safety of a
Can you
bowl?
put your dome upside down in the tree?
I'm not thinking.
We need to
clearly.
find this woman a place to rest.
Yeah, Bo is acting.
But at least it would keep things from
I
jumping up
understand.
underneath us.
I mean,
I think it is
she's
a
acting
decent
like
idea,
she's
yeah. Maybe
lost
go a
her
little
goddamn
deeper
mind.
into
She's
higher
concussed 15
trees.
times
Wait,
over.
are you actually gonna do this?
We're gonna hang the tent
No,
upside down in the tree.
it does not work that way, no. But we could sleep in the branches.
Yeah.
I think either that or we pick a spot on the hillside and I throw up the dome.
What are you guys doing?
Throw up
Go up the
dome.
trees.
Into the trees.
All right.
Oh no.
It takes you guys a little bit of time to try and find a patch of trees. How are you staying in the trees?
Well, I will. I will turn into that giant ape again, only white this time, and climb around and find a sturdy place that
love
can
it.
keep us relatively
We're a
close
giant
together.
white
And
ape.
ferry people up as needed.
Make a survival check
Beautiful.
using the gorilla's wisdom.
Gorilla wisdom.
Gorillas are so smart.
Gorillas are pretty. A 1.
As you guys prepare camp within the first hour of nightfall, as you get comfortable and lay down, you hear,
It breaks.
and the whole canopy that you had set up camp snaps and falls out from under you. You all tumble
should
about
we
10
try to-
feet.
What?
Everyone suffers 6 points of bludgeoning damage,
We all suffer bludgeoning
and your
damage.
treetop canopy has broken. It has been an hour into night, and you could hear the various sounds of nocturnal creatures beginning to come out.
Mountainside. Mountainside.
Mountainside,
Mountainside
right
Sounds good.
now.
Yeah, let's go to the mountainside.
Right there.
Yes, let's go.
Mountainside.
Caleb
Sounds
just
good.
starts cursing heavily in Zemnian and is pulling out his spell book
All
and
right,
finds that
we made
spot
the
and
mistake
plants his
again
butt down and
of
starts
trusting
ritual
our
casting.
animal
All right,
intelligence.
the hut.
You guys eventually gather yourselves to this spot chosen. Caleb finishes his incantation. The dome encases you all for what hopefully is an evening of well-earned rest.
There we go.
As you all come to sleep, we're going to go and take a break.
All right, long rest. Let's see what Matt's got to say. Oh my God, people are getting up in front of our camera.
Fuck, man!
tree sleeping.
You guys didn't roll well for stealth, and
Yes.
on my table I rolled that
16,
encounter.
10, can shove it.
I'm sorry. Anyway, we'll be back here in a little
we're
bit.
getting
Guys,
blocked.
enjoy your break at home and here in the theater. We'll see you for the second half of this adventure shortly.
All right, guys, that's it for Mighty Nine Time Campaign 2, Episode 73, Uthodurn. What a great way to end it. Liam, aka Caleb, turns into this giant white gorilla. How majestic and beautiful. Caleb is going to set up our tent in the tree. We're going to have a canopy set up where we're going to camp and sleep, and the branch breaks because our intelligence so low. We did not pick a good place. Let's just put it that way. Simple enough. It crashes to the ground. We all take bludgeoning damage. But then we go to bed. We take a rest because we set it up properly and we're good to go. So either way, we're going to heal up. It was just pretty funny. I did say it during the episode, we keep forgetting, or at least I do as well, so I'm not even going to rag on them. We'll think, all right, how do we do this? You know what? I'm going to turn into a giant gorilla and I'm going to set up everything perfectly. I do, however, feel like that is a specific sort of intelligence. Like we had to use the proficiency of intelligence on a gorilla. But I feel like that is a specific type of intelligence. Like a gorilla would know better where to fortify a base of operation for us to all sleep, kind of, maybe. Am I making any sense here? If not, regardless, it doesn't matter. We crash to the ground. We are resting now. We are going to probably go the mountain path. Because if we keep encountering these buggies, I mean, it's entertaining. But we came really close to death just by fighting one large one and one tiny one. If we encounter 2 or 3 of these at once, we're in a lot of trouble. We were having a lot of trouble with one attacking because we killed the first one, the tinier one, fairly quickly. I would say about halfway through the Patreon Hour exclusive. We spent a good amount of time going after the bigger one, and the bigger one was the one doing the majority of the damage. So Caduceus was in bad shape. Bo went down once, almost went down twice. The rest of us were pretty beat up, not even complimented Ford on how great Ford did. Ford looked stronger, smarter, tougher, bigger, badder. It was all in good fun, I'm assuming, but I feel like not really is coming around to Ford because of the change and everything that has just occurred. We are on to Uthodurn. It is called Uthodurn, the episode. We'll finish this off in the live stream. I think this next one is an hour and a half, so I'll see you Friday. You guys want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see the Patreon Hour exclusive for every episode of Campaign 2, Vox Machina Season 1 and 2, Always Sunny in Philadelphia Season 16 finale this Wednesday, and Justified starts Tuesday, the day before. Same channel, FXX. Will be doing them live with commercials and everything. So if you're interested in that, check it out. Hundreds of other movies and shows, Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest. Check it out in the description. It's a link for Patreon. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.